Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you some basic troubleshooting steps that you could use with Google Chrome browser. A lot of times you could run into issues with your browser, and by doing some of these troubleshooting steps it may help resolve your issue. So the first issue that I'm going to show you how to resolve is whenever the browser may not be performing correct, pages might not be loading, or it could be maybe a password could be saved within the browser. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is do something called incognito mode. With every website that you visit, there are such things as temporary internet files, cookies, or any forms or cache that are saved within your browser. And by going to incognito mode, it will allow you to open a new window that doesn't store any of that information, which could kind of give you a clean slate, so to speak. So to get to incognito mode, you're actually going to come up here to the three little dots, and then you're going to select new incognito window, or you can press the Control Shift N keys to open the window. And once you click it, you'll see the new window appear, and you'll know you're in incognito mode obviously by the display here on the window. And basically it says it won't save any of the following information: your browsing history, cookies, site data information. However, your internet service provider activity will still be visible, any websites you visit, or if you're on a employer school machine. Also, if you look up here in the upper right hand corner, you'll see the incognito icon as well. So as a reminder, if you continue using the site, you'll know that you're still in incognito mode. So the next step I'm going to show you is, instead of using incognito mode, something else you can do is clear your browsing data within the browser. So again, everything that you do is saved. So by clearing this information, it could allow you to give you again another clean slate, a good test to find out what the issue might be. And to get to this, you're going to click the three dots again, and you're going to go down to More Tools, and then from that sub menu you're going to press Clear Browsing Data, which could also be accessed by Control Shift Delete. So once you click this, it will actually take you to Google Chrome's settings page, where it will then give you the prompt to select the settings that you can erase. So again, the browsing data, and do so here. And from here, this is where you'll see the clear browsing data. You'll have a basic tab, which will just do some basic clearing of the cache, or you have advanced options, which will actually give you a little bit more to choose from. So what I would recommend doing is determining what you are good with wiping and clearing out of your history and what you're not. By default, the time range usually is last hour. This is something that I would always recommend changing to all time. Reason being is because if you set that time range to a time where the issue was happening before that time, you may not get the result you're looking for. So by selecting all time range, as long as you're comfortable with doing so, this will allow you better results, in my opinion. So once you select that, again, make sure everything is good, that you're, for example, be concerned if you have passwords saved in your browser that you're not sure you remember the passwords for. You might want to check before you do this. If you visit some websites, maybe you didn't save your favorites, or you wanted to verify before you clear, I would recommend not clearing browsing history just yet, and make sure you get that information before you come back here to clear data. So once you do, you're going to go ahead and hit clear data. Now this could take a good amount of time depending on how much data is in there. The more data you have, the longer it's going to take. What I would recommend doing once this is done is to actually go ahead and close the browser completely and reopen it. Again, this will give you a fresh start. Something else that I would recommend checking is also in the same page, is checking to make sure that your version is up to date. I've seen it many times where versions may get stuck at certain versions and may not update as they should. They release new updates for new vulnerabilities or issues that the certain versions may have, so it's always good to make sure that you're on the correct version. So by clicking the check now, it'll actually check for updates, verify all your settings, and make sure that your browser is up to date. Again, the more items that you have here, the longer this will take, especially if it does find an update. It will then go ahead and update it from this menu, so it's definitely good. Something else you can actually check as well would be extensions, and you can see the extensions up here again in the upper right, and it looks like a little puzzle piece. And by clicking on the extensions icon, you can see any extensions that are currently working, and if you choose to disable them, you can actually just go to manage extensions, and if you want to disable them, you can actually toggle this little switch here to turn them off, or if you want to completely remove them, you can actually remove them here as well. So those are some basic troubleshooting steps that I would start with any browser issues. However, ultimately, depending on the issue, the best bet might be to do a complete uninstall from your machine, and then by using another browser, going and re-downloading the browser that you're using again. Ultimately, you can't do this with such browsers as Microsoft Edge because it's built in to Windows, but for example, Chrome or Firefox would be something that you could do that for. And to remove it, obviously, you would just go to the search panel here, and you can type in control panel if you like the old style removal. You can actually go to the Windows icon and settings as well, but the control panel will suffice and do the same thing. And then you would go to the programs and features, and you would just locate the browser that you're looking to remove, and then just click the uninstall. And this will walk through the steps of the uninstall process. And that concludes the video. If you have any comments, feel free to post them in the chat. You can like, follow, and share this video. And make sure you put in the comments if there's any other information that you would like for me to share. And we will try to get that content out to you. Have a great day.